will explain why I was late. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm going to wait for you to join me. And while you do, I'm going to put on some magic cream. Good old magic cream. Let's give my skin a good perk up. And this is going to be called Makeup on a Budget. So ignore the magic cream because that's not part of the budget. But you can use any moisturiser. There's a very good dupe of not magic cream, but the Bobbi Brown face base from Aldi at the moment, which I have. Smells exactly the same. So just can't get my hands on it right now, but I have got a jar of it. Hopefully you all got my message and you're joining me right now. Hello, BB. Oh, is Stacey's there? No, I didn't see Stacey saying hi. Ah, hello, Stacey. Missed you. Right. Sorry, apologies. Now, what happened is my pain's not great today. You know, it's an ongoing thing with me. Probably exacerbated by the fact that I have had a busy week and we've exchanged. So we've sold my dad's place. And I've been running around that. Yesterday, I had my lymphedema massage, which is lovely and relaxing at the time, but it takes it out of you because it moves all the fluid from your legs and it just completely wears it. It makes you feel a little bit like you've got flu afterwards, because if you can imagine, if your fluid doesn't drain normally and then somebody moves it and it then gets released into your system, it's sort of like having lots of toxins that you've got to deal with, and your body goes into overdrive trying to kind of get rid of them all. So it kind of wears you out. So I had that done yesterday and I got up early this morning. I think my pain woke me up, and then I did a lot to get stuff done, and then I set my alarm for 12 o'clock but didn't put my alarm far enough away, so I just sat up and switched it off and went back to sleep. So apologies for that. Apologies for that, everyone. Now, what I have got a couple of videos that I want to put out as videos. As you know, I've got one that involves this, which I am going to use today, which is the dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but I will put that on today. And I've also got the new MAC foundation, which I can't wait to try, but I want to do that on a separate video. So I'm hoping to get that done for you tomorrow, but you know what, I can't promise things at the moment because my health is so up and down, but I'll do my best. Right, now, who else has joined me? Yes, sold my dad, so just mine to go now. So I've now started the ball rolling selling mine. So the minute I've finished with one, I've got another estate agent to deal with mine. The e.l.f. primer is always out of stock. Now, do you know what, BB? I went into Boots yesterday and I was going to do a live on Instagram. You may have seen me popping up because I had to go and get a prescription and they said there'd be a 20-minute wait. So I thought I'll go live, and people were looking at me. So I was a little bit self-conscious, but also the reception kept dropping in and out. And so I kind of abandoned it. And I did notice that in the store, they only had shade 2, shade 6 and shade 7. But I have to admit, when I went on to Boots, I didn't have a problem getting this one in medium. So just keep checking with Boots. Hello, Kim Bergin. So I'm going to put this on right now. I'm going to show you. So I got shade 3 in medium. Now, I will put up some swatches later on because I managed to swatch shade 2 and shade 6 in Boots and take a photograph yesterday. So I'll put those photographs up on Instagram later on. Now, this is Charlotte Tilbury shade 4.5, which I think is quite close. Quite close. So let me just show you shade 4.5 of Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter. Now, as people were saying, the e.l.f. one's got more coverage. It's not quite as transparent as this. So that's shade 4 of Charlotte 4.5, sorry, of Charlotte Tilbury. And this one is shade 4 medium of the e.l.f. one. And as you can see, it's got exactly the same doe foot. And you will see it's got more coverage. Now, that probably doesn't look similar in shade because it's basically got more pigment to it. But they are actually quite close, because when I did my YouTube comparison, Instagram comparison, I put one on one side of my face. In fact, I'll do it again. I put one on one side of my face and I put one on the other. And people could actually, 68% of you guessed that the L side was Charlotte Tilbury, although there was a blip and that people couldn't select the other side apparently. So the results may have been slightly skewed. But let me just put on, I'll do this now. So this is the e.l.f. No, sorry. Yes, this is the e.l.f. one, right? This is the L side. So I'm going to just put this on with my fingers. And then I'll do the Charlotte Tilbury the other side so that you can see the difference. But I'm going to do a budget look today because I went into Boots and I got a load of number 17. They call it 17 now, not number 17. But I got a load of 17 makeup. And I got a bit online last week, so I thought I'd do a look to show you that you don't have to spend a fortune to get a nice makeup look. I know we all love our Charlotte Tilbury and Victoria Beckham, as I do, but again, just because of the cost of living crisis and makeup, even the budget makeup's gone up so much. So that is the e.l.f. side. Okay, so you can see it gives you a lovely glow. And now I'm just going to put on the Charlotte Tilbury 4.5. Nina loves 17 Boots. Yes, and I'm going to put on the Boots mascara today. And I've got an eyeshadow palette and some, I'll show you the products in a minute, and some pigment as well. Now, this is the Charlotte Tilbury side. And you'll see when it blends in, you can't tell which is which. I did get the mascara, yes. And they've also got a navy one, so I got the navy one. And when I put up that photograph on Instagram, saying, can you guess which side is Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter, which side is e.l.f.? On the e.l.f. side, I had a bit of the mascara, but in navy blue, because I was trying that out. So this is Flawless Filter, shade 4.5. So you can probably see that the e.l.f. side's got slightly more coverage. But other than that, there really is not that much of a difference, considering this side costs £14 and this side costs £39. Charlotte Tilbury, e.l.f. £39, £14. Can you tell? I'm going to do a comparison. I'm going to do a little video of the two as well. I'm going to do a single video and talk about them, and I'll put up I was hoping yesterday to get the swatches of all the shades, but they only had the testers out of shade 2 and shade 6. And they had 1 out of 7, but they hadn't taken the seal off, so I wasn't sure if it was a tester or not. So I left it. But I've got shades 2 and 6 to show you on a still photograph. Shade 2 is quite light. You like the CT side. It's more glowy. I can't tell the difference. I really can't tell the difference, Stacey. All right, that's the CT side. That's the L side. Maybe. Anyway, there you go. I mean, the thing is, there's always... The thing is, there's an aesthetic thing, isn't there, to getting the luxury makeup and the feel-good factor of getting the luxury makeup. But for people that are on a budget, I can honestly say that you, and especially if you're using this under a foundation, you would not tell the difference. Anyway, so now I was going to use some budget foundation, but I couldn't find it to start. I was running around getting ready, so I'm going to use instead my CC cream by It, because I haven't used that for a while, and this is in medium tan. I think I've got one in tan as well, because this, I found medium tan can be a little bit too light for me, and this is the CC Illumination. You like the Charlotte side too, and it looks smoother. Do you know what? You're all great. I can't see a difference. It must be on camera you can see a difference, because looking at it, I can't tell. You did a full face of makeup yesterday. I thought I'd better get some use out of my high-end luxury makeup. Ended up using a little bit of everything. Oh, Sheena, I'll have to come over and look. Did you do an Instagram shot? You can't tell at all. I can't tell at all. So, and did you do a comparison of the rose gold eyes to mesmerize? No. Now, BB, you said, did I do a comparison of rose gold eyes to mesmerize? A comparison of rose gold eyes to mesmerize with what, BB? I am more than happy to do a comparison if you... I'm... Bear in mind, I'm a bit brain foggy today. So if I've promised I'll do something, just remind me. Do you know what? I love the smell of this CC cream. I always love it. Hello, ladies. Hello, Tria. So, BB, just remind me what I was comparing it with. And I will make a note and I will do that comparison for you. Oh, Tria. She came on here because she misses the chats. Are you in your lunch break? Oh, I do love the smell. Has anyone else got the CC cream by It Cosmetics? I do love the smell of it. You bought the Pillow Talk Chameleons. The colours are beautiful. Kim, I agree with you. Did you get the one in the set with the smoke shade? It's so lovely. How am I getting on with the CT body cream? Do you know what? I love it. As I said, I love it as a treat. And yesterday, I was going, before my lymphedema massage, I thought I'm going to get in the bath, because the poor lady, you know, going and having to do massages on people. And I always like to make sure that I'm really super clean, you know, and I always have a bath just before, because I think they get people going in that are very elderly and possibly can't use the bath or can't wash very well. And so I like to make sure, I mean, I know, because it's a struggle for me to get in and out the bath. So I'm not criticising, but I always make sure that I get in a really soaked bath before and put all my nice smellies on, so that, you know, when someone else is massaging me, that it's just more pleasant, isn't it? And I put on my Charlotte Tilbury body cream, and I put it all over my legs, and my legs definitely feel a lot. And the reason I'm talking about my legs, I put it all over, but my legs, when you've got lymphedema, they really dry out because of the lymphedema. So it's a really good test. And they are really, really smooth today. They're not flaky at all. So it is really good and it smells lovely. I just think it's very expensive for what it is. So if you, I think I will revert to what I was saying last week in my live, that it's a great thing to give somebody as a birthday treat. Hello, Lucy. My sister's just joined me. Lucy Taff is my sister. So I've just put on the CC cream. Hello, Rebecca. You love all the chameleons. Well, I've got another little dupe here. So let me show you what I got from Boots. And sis, I may actually donate this to you. Because I think this would look fantastic on my sister. So after I've used this, I may donate this to my sister. But this is the greens. And if I want to keep it, I may treat you to it. Because you know what? This palette is £5. Okay? From number 17. And as my sister quite rightly pointed out, oh, it's got one of those sellotapey things on it. She pointed out that they look quite like the Huda palettes, the way they're kind of made up. So everyone's saying hello. Hi, Aisha, Katri, and hello, Rebecca. Is there anyone else I haven't said hello to? Right. So this is the palette. Doesn't that look lovely? So I'm going to try that in a minute. £5. And it does look very like the Huda palette. So come what may, Lucy, you're either going to get this one or you're going to get another one, because I'm definitely either going to treat you to this, or if I want to keep it, I'm going to buy you one. I think this would look lovely on my sister's eyes because she's got hazel eyes and she really suits greens. And I thought, okay, I had 20 minutes before picking up my prescription. What else can I get to go with it? And so I bought this to try, which is powder pigment. And this was, hang on, I've still got the receipt. This was £3. So I thought I will use that on my mobile lid and see what that's like. And you get, now I got this online, they didn't have any in the store, but if you spend £5 on number 17 makeup, any number 17 makeup, you get this for free. And I think this is lovely. It's got a little magnifying mirror. Couldn't get it in the store, but so I couldn't get a second one, but I got this one online, and it's a beautiful mirror, and it's got glitter and whatever. So you get that for free at the moment if you spend a £5 on number 17. Now I tried this on my hands. Oh, something's irritated my eye already. Eye primer, because I thought this actually felt really good. Now the eye primer was £3. £3 eye primer. Because I'm pretty bad at using eye primer, but I think I should get better at using it. So some of the things I bought online last week, something's got into my eye. Excuse me for a minute. I got the Extreme Extension Mascara. Now, I did get this in blue as well. I don't know what I've done with the blue one. I'll have to go looking for that one. But I did get that in blue as well. It's probably on the table here somewhere. And I got this lipstick, which was recommended by Stacey, 100. Now, this was £2. The mascara is £4, but if you've got a Boots card, you can get it for £3 online. And I got a lip liner. So I thought, let's use some of this stuff. Oh, something has definitely got into my eye. Now, I just wanted to use a little bit of concealer which I'm going to need. So I'm going to use remember the Aldi dupe, which I raved about when I got it. And I think some of it might have dried up a bit. Hang on, let me use it. Now, the only thing was that they were really, really light. So the dark one is actually not really dark at all. So I'm going to put a bit of this under my eye. And it's a little bit on the dark side. So I always mix it with the next one down, which is the light one, which is, no, sorry, the medium one. If I mix the two, I'm just trying to blink out whatever's got into my eye and irritated it. Does anyone get their lashes done? Because I am thinking of getting my lashes done. You see that concealer is so good. See, whenever I use it again, I go back to wanting to use it because it's just such a good concealer. My hair is in my eye. Yeah, definitely something's bugged it. Come on, stop watering. This is where I ruin all my makeup because it starts watering. Hold on a minute. Oh. Right, you're going to have to look at this eye because this one's going to start watering. Now, I'm going to use this eyeshadow. Now, silly me, forgot to get my brushes ready. Just bear with me a minute, guys, and I'm just going to get my brushes, all right? And by the way, I've got my mug that my sister got made for me for my birthday last year. Look at that. Makeup artist extraordinaire. I'm getting foundation all over it. Ali Maharaj, makeup extraordinaire, artist extraordinaire. And there's the picture. Right, let me get some brushes and we'll try on this eyeshadow. Bear with me a second. Right. Oh, I'm really not very mobile today. Now, let's try this eye primer. I've got to go, ladies. Back to work. Bye, Ali. We'll watch this on replay as usual. Take care, Tria. Thank you for joining us in your lunch break. I'm very honoured. Oh, you got the new Lisa Eldridge Lurex eyeshadows. My sister and I want to get some of those. Right, this is the eye primer from number 17. Now, this felt a lot thicker, the tester. So maybe it was thick because the air had got to it. But I wanted to try this out because I'm always looking at eye primers, and some of the kind of higher end ones are really expensive, and considering you're covering them up, the one that I think is supposed to be really good, which I have had in the past, is the Urban Decay one, and then the other one is the NARS one. Apparently is really good. Right, so that's the eye primer, number 17. It's not called number 17 anymore. They've rebranded as 17. I'd love to share something been doing while trying to make use of all my makeup. BB says, Ali, I would love to share something I've been doing while trying to make use of all my makeup. Go on then, BB. You love deciding on what to wear on the daily, Shahina. Oh, that's lovely. It is. It gets you. Do you know what? During lockdown, I was so much better at coming on here and doing like regular slots, because I didn't have any other outside pressures on me to do anything. I knew I didn't have to go out, and during that time I look back and I was able to really get into a routine of doing my YouTube, and I kind of miss it. Right, now let me just I will swatch these in a little while, or if I run out of time I'll swatch them later. Apparently my son's due back early because he's gone to a sixth form college today to have a look around, and incidentally it was the same one that I went to 37 years ago. Ali, I found a use for my CT Matte Eye Flawless Beige as a contour. Yes, it's very good as that. Very, very good. And it will stay on, BB. That's a really good idea. So BB's saying she uses her CT Matte Eye Flawless Beige as a contour. It's perfect for that. Lucy said she's been using the Revolution Reloaded Provocative palette. Really nice base colours. 15 shades of pinks, nude shades. I think it was only £5 when I bought it, and I've used it a lot. Yeah, I've seen that one on you. It's lovely. Shahina, since I've got everything out to look at, has anyone tried to use a small amount of brow gel, then use a brow pencil? Yeah, you can do it in that order, BB. It's very long lasting. Yeah, it's experiment. It's not a bad way, because what you do when you put the gel on first is you get the shape, and then you go in with your pencil and you know where to put the shape better. So it's a great way of doing it. Now, I'm just going to put a little bit of this this shade here, first of all, on my lid. And then just blend it up. Very good pigment. Very good. There's nothing cheap and nasty about this. It may be a £5, but my initial impression is it's very good quality. Blends out well, because mattes sometimes don't blend out very well, or sometimes they're a bit hard and they're not pigmented, but this is perfect. Right, I'm going to take this matte one and I'm going to put that, first of all, actually, no, I'm going to take this one because it's a really good transition shade, right? And I've talked about transitions. When you're using a colour, sometimes it looks a bit weird because it doesn't, a transition allows it to kind of blend in with your skin tone. So I'm going to take a bit of that one and I'm going to put this into my socket and do the windscreen wiper. This is definitely a good palette. And as I say, normally when you get a cheap palette, it's easier to get the shimmers, like to produce really value shimmers. But it's not so easy to get the mattes right. They can be hard and hardly any pigment in them, and they don't blend out well. I'm not finding that at all with this palette. Yeah, the matte paint pots don't dry out. Yeah, they're really good actually. I just wish that they bring them out in it. They did for a while. They brought out a few new colours, and then they just withdrew them, and you couldn't get them anymore. I'm really loving this so far. Now this one here is kind of a semi. It's more of a satin, but I'm going to put this in the corner because it's quite dark. And then I'm going to go in with a shot of a bit more of a darker green. Just get that into the edge there. Now this one's not blending out as well, but my eyes are a little bit wet in the corner, so that may be why. And as I say, normally it's the mattes when you go for a cheaper palette that are the problem. And this one is a satin sort of, it's not really glittery, but it's not, you can see it, doesn't that look lovely as a swatch? I'm kind of tempted to do that actually. Let's do it with my finger. Has the palette got a silver shimmer? Are you talking about this one, Jahina? Yes, it's got, it's sort of a greeny silver. That one at the top's got a greeny silver one. But they're all a little bit, they're either the neutral colours, but they're mostly green. But that one's the coolest silvery-ish one. There's a gold one as well. I'll do some swatches in a second. Now, I'm going to do this green, this darker green, and I'm going to put that in my... Hang on a minute, I forgot to do this side with my finger, I think. Now, that blends better with the finger than it did with the brush, that one. But, right, I'm going to get this green. This is great. These mattes are great. They blend beautifully. They really blend beautifully. Very green. Now I'm going to take that transition shade again, this brown, just to kind of blend it away at the top. And that works really well. Can you see it just, it doesn't look like super brown. It just blends it out to nothing. It's a really good transition shade, actually. That's what you want. Is you just want one that helps you to blend away those stark edges. Right, I'm going to take my smudge brush and I'm going to take this shimmery one in the middle. I'm just going to take a little bit and put it under here. I'm going to be a bit careful because I don't want my eyes to start. Because it's a kind of turquoisey pop, this one. Right, let me have a break for a minute and just show you all the colours. How many fingers do I have? Right, so we got this one. Then we've got the one that I've put on my mobile lid. Then we've got this one. Then we've got this one. We've got this one, which I've just put under my eye line. Then we've got swap hands. I've got my pajamas on. I'm just going to wipe my hands. Right, so where did I get up to? Oh, yes. So we've got this one. The transition shade. That one. That's really nice. That actually is very like the Victoria Beckham, the new lid luster. And then this one. I'm going to use that one to highlight under my brow. I'm going to just go in with my fingers. And these look like they actually apply really well with the fingers. Now, I'm kind of skipping the temptation of using these because I want to use the pigment. On my waterline. So it's got one of these little pot thingies that you can kind of do a little shaker like a pepper pot. I'm just going to dab some of that on with my fingers and I'll do you a swatch. So here's what it looks like. There you go, that's what it looks like. And this is called the powder pigment. So let me just shake a bit more. And I'm going to put that on my mobile lid. Lovely. And I like it because it's, even though it's a pigment, it's not too glittery. I like that. Can you see that the glittery thing underneath as well? It's kind of just giving me a bit of a oomph. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these darker shades, this one, and I'm going to put that on. If I can find my liner brush, yeah, I'm going to put that on as a liner. And my eyes are a little bit wet, which is actually what I want. Because by making it wet, it's going to look more intense. I haven't got the Rose Hope. This must be a new release that she's just brought out that I've missed. When I saw your comment, Stacey, I was thinking, what's Rose Hope? I'll have to head over and order it. When did that come out? When did Rose Hope come out? Because I don't get Charlotte Tilbury emails. There's some kind of problem that I'm subscribed and they say they're sending them. It's not going to my junk post, but I'm not getting them. Oh, I like that. That works really well as an eyeliner. I'm going to take a little bit underneath as well. Yeah, what do you think of the new body cream as well? When did the Rose Hope come out, guys? Right, now I'm going to put the black mascara on now. I've resubscribed and it doesn't work. I resubscribe all the time and I've emailed them about it and I'm not sure what it is. Now I'm going to use this black mascara. Oh, that felt like it was open. I hope it's not dried out. I hope they haven't sent me a tester. Right, this is the mascara that Nina recommended to me. Now I'm going to just put on the first coat and then go back. It just felt like it was open. It might be just because it's easy to... No, it's because it's just easy to open. I completely missed out Rose Hope. That's why I was asking when it came out. Unless I have got it and I've completely forgotten about it. I've done that before. I don't think so, though. Yes, I do use an eyelash curler, but not all the time. So, yeah, I definitely need to start using one, Shahina, because my eyelashes have gone so straight. That I've got lashes there, but they're really dead straight. So you're right, I need to start using my eyelash curler again. Anyway, this is the second coat. And it is very good and it's very thickening and it does really curl them up. I still think Pillow Talk's my favourite in terms of it curling lashes. But this one is really good. And for the price, £4 or £3 if you've got an Advantage card. You really can't go wrong because really with mascaras, you shouldn't be using them after a month. I mean, I have done, to be honest, but you shouldn't. So you're better finding a good drugstore dupe. I'm going to just do a final sweep there because this look definitely benefits from a bit of black mascara. Right, now this is gonna be a very like the Rebel look because I've got a red lipstick, which is what Stacey recommended, and this was £2. £2. And the other thing I wanted to show you, which I can't do with this look, but I wanted to try one of their eyeshadow pencils. And this was, I've lost the receipt. Hang on. This was the eyeshadow pencil. I don't think she's charged me for the eyeshadow pencil. She hasn't charged me for it. I think it was £3. So I got this for free. And I thought, oh, I haven't got a blue eyeshadow pencil. And I thought that looked really nice. So when I'm doing a blue look, I can actually use that as a primer. And this is called Eye Pigment Quick Stick by Number 17. Look at that. That's lovely, that. I can't wait to try that with a look. But let me just now do the lipstick. So I haven't tried this. I've tried the lipstick, but I haven't tried the lip liner yet. I couldn't see a matching lip liner, but this one's slightly darker, which is actually not a bad thing to do. So there's the lip liner, and this is shade, does it say what shade it is? Retro Red. Actually, first impressions, quite good. It's not too soft. I don't like a really soft lip liner. Now, because it's slightly darker, I'm going to do a little bit of an ombre. You need to go on the school run. I'm sorry I'm a bit late today, guys. It would look great as an inner corner highlighter. You're right, Shahina. Shahina's saying that eyeshadow stick would look great as a inner corner highlighter. My lips are really dry. Right. Okay, I've nearly finished anyway. I'm just about to put that lipstick on that Stacey recommended, and this was £2. And it is really lovely. There you go. Now, there is my, didn't get any blusher, but I'm going to just do this, because when in doubt, just use your lipstick as a blush. It will always bring the look together. Now, I need to do my brows, which I will do very quickly. And then that's me done. I haven't used powder today because my skin is quite dry, and so I'm not going to use powder at all. I'm just going to fill in my brows using the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat. And I do a quick clean up of the outer edge of my eyeshadow with some concealer, just to give me a bit of an eye lift. And I'm done. BB said, I read somewhere that the same companies who own drugstore makeup are the same as high-end products. I think you're right. And I think, you know, where you get these dupes and they're in the same packaging, I'm sure that they're coming from the same manufacturers, and that these, like the high-end companies, buy products from them, and then a lot of the time it's the packaging that you're paying for rather than the actual makeup item, which people don't want to hear, because we all want to believe that we're getting what we pay for. But I think a lot of the time we're getting the packaging that we pay for. But there you go. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's a really good quality eyeshadow. I think that the mattes, as I said, the real test of the quality of a makeup eyeshadow palette is the matte shades and whether or not they blend. I used to find it with MAC makeup that their matte shades used to be terrible, that you couldn't get any pigment out of them and they wouldn't blend. And they were like, MAC is really high end. These are really soft and blendable, and for £5, I mean, I don't know how they can actually afford to make it for that price. So I would definitely recommend that. And this lipstick, nothing wrong with that at all. I'll put all the details underneath, but that is my look for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a lovely weekend, everyone. Thank you. It's like the Charlotte Tilbury Rebel look, because she does the red lipstick and the green eyeshadow. So it's definitely the Rebel look by Charlotte Tilbury. And I just think all of these items were under £5 that I used. There you go. So if you're on a budget, don't feel down that you can't afford luxury high-end makeup, because you really can't tell looking at this that I have used drugstore. And also there are degrees of the drugstore, because if you get number 17 by Boots, that's actually the next step up in kind of price. And number 17 is cheaper than number 7. So this is the lower end of drugstore. Nothing wrong with it at all. I'm going to go and sort out my watery eye. It's calmed down a little bit, but I'll see you all very soon. Don't forget to like my live. And, oh, you're all still commenting. Yeah, I tried a dab of the ultraviolet pop shot on the top of my lipstick. Oh, brilliant idea, BB. Yeah, remember to like the live, ladies. And I'll try and pop up with a few. I've got that MAC foundation that I'm dying to try. So I'll try and pop up with that, and also with the elf video as well. Take care. Love you all. Mwah.